galaxy. Trillions of stars waiting to be explored, where wondrous creations mingle with desires, and encounters with the unknown. Where the urge to go beyond and to determine one's own fate is universal. Where from the ashes of devastation a new dawn may rise, revealing a deeper understanding. And this seemingly endless galaxy is still there, lingering, waiting for our next move, knowing that its greatest story still lies ahead. And it's yours to tell.
Well, all right. Look, I'm here. I'm on camera. What a treat. It's Thursday night. You can take it to the bank, Nick. Brad said he already took it to the bank 5 times. Went a little rough for him, but I think that's going to clear the check eventually. Yeah, I need a haircut. This was a rough day. Like, if I hadn't promised Brad that I was going to stream Stellaris tonight, I don't know if I would have made it. Even with my take it to the bank guarantee. It's been a little bit of a rough start. I was feeling worn down. Like, I thought I was getting sick earlier this week. I actually called off Monday. So I've been working extra late the last couple nights to try to make up for some of those hours. And so I work late. I'm just tired. And yeah. And then, like, right before I was about to start streaming, I had a big coughing fit. Like a big, massive, like, I'm still, like, clearing my throat and stuff. So it was the point where I was like, I might need to just do a quiet stream tonight. But no, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Good. I just looked up. Holy shit! Look at all those comments. I was just talking to myself. You know how I go. Yeah. Hey, Nick. Hey, J Maxie. Hello, Brad Pritchard. Hello, Chris Plays Games. Hey, howdy, Ethan. Nice to see you all. Quite a turnout. You've been unproductive all week, Chris. Oh, damn, Nick, you got your first haircut since 2019? I'm due for a haircut, but I've been getting somewhat, I wouldn't say regular. I have a history of putting haircuts off, but I've been getting them again. But when you don't have to go to the office to work, and people don't see you every day outside your household, you know, it's sort of like, yeah, I'll go to the market looking a little bit like, you know, I end up starting to look like Michael Moore. Like, I show up with the hat on and the kind of like the mullet coming out the back. I didn't cultivate a mullet on purpose. It's just when I push everything back under the hat and then I'm coming, you know, a little out the back. And then I'm like, I'd like to speak to the CEO of your food chain, please, about your coupon policies. And then they turn me away. Security escorts me off the property, and I go, I promise I'm not Michael Moore. Hey, Evie, it's nice to see you. Yeah, I called off work and I didn't stream. Actually, what I did, this was on Monday. And I think part of it is just worn out. We actually did a lot that weekend. And by Sunday evening, there was a point at which I thought, am I getting, like, I started getting a headache and achy. And I think it was, we went paddleboarding on Saturday too. And then all day on Sunday, we posted a friend. It's not like we did anything strenuous with my friend from out of town. But by the time the day was over, I was just exhausted. And when I woke up in the morning, I was just tired, achy, and just whatever. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I'm trying to remember if I got enough sleep too. I just woke up like I need a down. I just need a down day. My body's telling me I need it. So I wasn't feeling terrible. It's just like, I didn't feel great and I didn't want to do it. So all I did, basically, I got up, I logged on to work, I sent an email to the supervisors letting them know like I'm taking today off. And then I went the other room into the lounger where you pull the lever and the plushy chair pulls back and forces your feet to go up. It's glorious. I watched the second half of that new Dahmer series. It's on Netflix, which I really enjoyed. It's my cup of tea. It's probably not for everybody, but it's really good. And yeah, you call in sick while working from home, but it means like, you know, my job is, it's mentally demanding. And it's also something where like I've got to be turned on and like hyper focused the whole time I'm doing it, more or less. And I'm good at it and stuff, but like if I'm not feeling up to speed, I mean, I've said it a lot of times. It's one of the reasons why I don't screw around. Or I try not to screw around with staying up late on Thursday nights. Is because if I go into that job on half a night's sleep, things are gonna go bad for me. So yeah, it's just, and it's like I get along with everyone. It's not like it's an emotionally traumatic job or stressful in the sense that like it's hostile or anything like that. Like my team is great, my supervisors are great. It's just the work requires a lot of like sort of intense focus. So if I'm not up to speed, it's like fuck it, I don't want to do that today. It's funny because in my 20s, I constantly worked jobs that required me to, you know, like retail where you're running around getting boxes out of the back. I worked some temp factory jobs. Like always worked jobs where you're always on your feet and always kind of running around doing stuff. And I used to see people that worked in offices where it's like their job was to sit all day. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch, that's easy street. Like, I don't care if they have to like think hard and type. It's like they sit in their ass all day. President Joss has arrived. Well, President has arrived. Let me see. You got here once a year? Well, but yeah, but Nick, you keep a hairstyle that kind of like your hair is long. Like honestly, if I could grow my hair long and it looked okay, if I tried to grow my hair out, it just ends up looking like it doesn't work. Like I used to want to be able to grow my hair like yours. I probably still would, like during the pandemic, would have if I could, if it just wasn't going to end up being a big poofy weirdo mess. But yeah, the way your hair is, you don't really need to get it cut all that much because it's sort of doing, you know, what it does. It's like working as intended. So I could see why you wouldn't. Yeah, calling in sick means not working today. Calling in sick, working at home is much less frequent for you. Monitoring severe network processes too demanding. Let's repat. Okay. Yeah, if there's like when the S hits the fan, you got work to do. So no, like my job's, like I said, it's not bad, but it is demanding. It's like solving a puzzle for 8 hours, except it's solving a whole bunch of little puzzles all day long for 8 hours, which is like, it's engaging and it's challenging, but it's like, damn, if you're worn down, you don't want to do it. Quarterly planning. Oh, at the job. You hate the chit chat when you get your haircut? Just cut my damn hair and take the money? I think that it seems like some haircut people are good at that. I mean, they're good at sensing whether someone wants to be chatty or not. Usually when I do my haircut, there's a little bit of chit chat for the first couple minutes, and then it just kind of goes quiet. But I guess it depends on the person. I'm sure there are people they can't pick up cues if you're the sort of person that's kind of, you know, quiet. So, son of a bitch, my cam isn't coming out of sync. This is the first time I've set up cam on the scene collection. I was hoping I was going to avoid that situation where it comes out of sync. Anyways, we'll see. I might have to kill the cam, and I got Pipecock on standby. In case we need... Not Pipecock, I got Norris the Grey. He's on standby in case we need him. I just go like... Blip. You'll never know the difference. Blip. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Oh, the shit, Brad. I missed your message. Whoa, let me go back up. You got 4 shirts and a light at GameStop for $41. 2 of them were pennied out. I mean, they only cost 1 cent. Then you bought 1 shirt and got the other for free. Wow, sounds like you really worked that hard, Evie. You really worked those numbers. You crunched those numbers. Got some good stuff. I'm happy for you. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Joss's speech. Joss is going to make his speech now. Yeah, for those who follow me on Twitter, I did announce last night when I was playing this game. Now, Lawrence Hawk is, when I start Stellaris as the human empire or the human federation or whatever, we start with President Lawrence Hawk as the leader of the faction. The very first election came up and Joss beat him. Now, I don't know what Lawrence Hawk is doing now. He's just sitting on his ass. I think he's in politics. He's trying to like start some political movement about alien equality or something. But yeah, there's a doors behind me. You make flutes out of crystal. And Lizzo is apparently named some famous person who's really good at playing the flute. These are both things I didn't know. Your hubby was the one who helped and got you all that stuff for that price. Very shrewd. Your hubby cooks delicious food and is a shrewd bargain hunter. Very cool. Did you voted for Lawrence Hawk, Brad? I appreciate your support. Because we all know that Lawrence Hawk is just like a video game projection of myself. So, you know, I'm willing to share. Someone else can be president. That's fine. You know, I didn't want to be president anyway. It's a lot of responsibility, long hours. Actually, Lawrence Hawk, he did develop a drug addiction due to the pressures of the job. Like literally, that happened at some point during the game. I'm so early game. I'd look elegant with a mullet. I wouldn't. I tried growing one, but that was like when I was in high school. This is back in the like around circa 1990. I always wanted to have a mullet. I was trying the best I could to grow one, and my hair just would go like it'd get really thick, and then it would go to the side, like so. It'd just be like in the back, it would just be sweeping to one side or the other, like the whole thing. Just I tried. I put like styling stuff. I would put mousse. Mousse was the big thing in the 80s. Put mousse, and I dry it out and fluff it out like you do in the 80s. Fluff it out, and so it would be all uniform. But then as soon as it wore off and it settled in for the day, just go whoop, off to one side. It was nothing like the U.S. election because both candidates were incredible. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he was all tell gaming lawyer. I lawyered and helped you get this stuff on Thursday. Well, you have relayed that information, and he is getting the recognition that he deserves. Well played, Skull Sphinx. That is his real name, right? As far as I know. Don't spoil it for me. I like to think that he's like, he puts out his credit card, it says Skull Sphinx. They're like, can we see some ID with that? And he's like, yes. It just says Skull Sphinx on it. What, the Hurricane Ian's path on the west coast? No. You talking about the one on the East Coast? It's all crazy. Is there something happening on the West Coast? I don't know. On the East Coast, it's completely nuts. And I have a couple team members who live in Florida. A lot of them have relatives in Florida. They live back east. And yeah, there's a lot of people with powers out. With well, I know there was actually like a hurricane off the coast of Baja California a few weeks ago. I don't think it really messed anything up, but maybe a month ago. Oh, do people on the West? Yeah, we pay attention to hurricanes. I mean, everyone hears about it. It's it's national news, so it's, you know, even that's the sort of thing where even if you're not affected, it's going to be top stories for everybody in the country. So yeah, I'm getting updates. You know, anytime I anytime I open my browser, the news will pop up like the headlines with any updates. And like I said, because my team is remote now, we just have people scattershot. So like we have one team member that basically a couple days ago is like, yeah, I based on where they live, they said I'm probably not. You're just not going to see me. Don't plan on seeing me till Monday, because we're going to get knocked out. We just haven't seen her. So far we haven't heard of anyone being in any real danger, but a lot of people who've been like internet down, phone down, that sort of thing. So I do get I get trickle from my work, because we're on like a Teams type of thing. So we're constantly communicating. So anything weird happening to any of us, we have a chat specifically called like water cooler chat. It takes the place of conversation that would naturally happen in the workplace. And it's just a place where people are constantly, we're working most of the time, but there's just social chatter in that chat. So, you know. So, hold on. You know, you just finished a bunch of argumentative letters. Oh, reading about Twitter to Musk lawyers. Oh. Nice. I hadn't been paying a whole lot of attention to that situation. I'm aware that they had a falling out of their deal, and there's legal shit going on, but I haven't been looking. I never looked at it really closely. You get to wave at the eye of the storm sometime tomorrow. Is it still going to be pretty? It's going to be pretty intense by that point. I honestly, like, really, once I got going at work and got out of work, and between getting off work and going to stream, I really haven't looked at news. I had to prepare for my stream. I had to set up my camera. There's a lot of work setting up. I put my green screen on. Oh, well, I don't want to spoil the illusion. I'm not really inside the game. I have a green screen that I set up and a chroma key. But that's advanced stuff. I also don't want to spoil the illusion that I'm actually inside the game, because I know probably there's some of you that believe that. That's one of the things you like about seeing me on cam. So, oh my God, look, he's inside the game. Delaware Court of Chancery. Date for October 23rd. So, yeah. I mean, I probably should be more interested, because it'd be like, if he did buy it, he might do some nutty shit with it. Some weird Elon Musk stuff. I don't know. But at least so far, I haven't been able to get myself to be that. I'm just not. I've never had a strong feeling about it. Some people are freaking out. Other people think he's like, oh, he's gonna be the savior of the internet, and I'm just like, I don't think Elon Musk. I like what some of his companies do, and I like that he's reinvigorated the space race and that sort of, not space race, but space stuff, and but he actually, I don't know. I don't think he's that amazing of a person. So I think he's just a guy, a little bit like an eccentric dude. And I don't know, he might be super smart, but in some ways, but I don't know, whatever. I'm not like I don't have strong feelings about him. You and Brad both love Elon. So yeah, and that's the thing too, is, you know, whatever. I don't want to delve too much into it, because I know fucking social networks and shit are one of the many other possible hot button topics that I tend to avoid. They can lead into hot button topics at any rate. All right, so wait, Evie also traded in your Switch and your hubby's PS4 for the Animal Crossing themed Switch. It only cost you $32. Oh my gosh, a lot of commerce is surrounding Evie. Lots of commerce. So lots of goods and monies exchanging hands. Lots of movement over there. It's exciting times in Evie Land. All right, so Maxie. Yes, Dahmer. Did I miss it? Have you watched this? I know, Maxie, you're in particular, you're like you like this, you like a lot of the same crime stuff I do. And of course the Dahmer story is, it's not like, oh my god, who's that? And no one's gonna, you know, it's not like that or anything. But first off, I like the kid that plays him. The kid that plays him is a regular in American Horror Story, and I've always been a fan of his. I think he really has a presence that, yeah, and he did a really, I thought, really good job being Dahmer. And I thought it was just presented very well. It's presented very interesting. It jumps around a little bit, so I'd heard that going into it, so I was afraid, and it jumps around a lot. I was afraid it might feel disjointed, but it kind of worked. Like I never felt like, wait, what's that? You know, whatever. Everything felt like it kind of worked together. Hey, look, it's Hunty. Is it Evan? I know it's Peters. Yeah, is it Evan Peters? I'm terrible with names, so to me, and I've been a fan of his for a lot of years, but it's like, oh yeah, it's that guy. It's the guy that played the kid in all those, like Lobster Boy and the Ghost, and he played the Insane Asylum dude and all the stuff that he's in. It reminds you of all of the time Gila ate all those people he killed. I don't remember that, but you know, sometimes that's what happens when you kill and eat a bunch of people. You don't remember. So, but yeah, anyone who likes the way they tell it too is just really, even if you know his overall story, the way that they present it is very gripping. And because I've seen like lots of long form interviews, and I've seen a lot of stuff about him over the years already. So I knew his story, but there was definitely like it gave life to it in a way that I'd never seen before, and really, like, I don't know, it just breathed life into the story and made it a lot more like what you really felt the weight of what he had upon other people, and how many times he almost got caught or should have gotten caught. Yeah, well, I don't know what you're into, Joss, in terms of like if you like true crime, like serial killer stuff, like stories about that stuff, or not. If you don't, you know, I wouldn't expect you'd be interested. But I would almost think it's like I'm trying to think what it would be like to watch that, having really no idea about what, aside from that he's like a famous murderer, going in really not having an idea of what he did. I'd be really curious to know what that would be like. But really, again, it's some people aren't into it, so I'm not saying you should watch it, but I would be curious if you going into it not really knowing much about him, because they basically, like, the very first episode sort of lays it out, sort of puts it in your face like what he is, and then it sort of goes back and lays out the whole story. So it almost starts with the end, like where he got caught, basically. You heard he's not the greatest person? Oh no, Hunty's having trouble with her phone. I'm sorry. Like it's Dolores Umbridge? Ooh, that's some real ire right there. Yeah. To put it like, sure, you know, to summarize, yes, Nick, that's what he did. So, although that would be a 10-second series if that's all you needed to know. There's a lot going on. It's just interesting. And the thing, you know what else I liked about it? This is a stupid thing on the side, but the guy that plays his dad is also the guy that played the dad in Step Brothers. And so sometimes it's almost comical because he's always doing fucked up stuff. No one knows until the end really how fucked up he's getting into. But basically throughout his life, he's always doing weird stuff that would get him in trouble. Like, and sometimes there was real nefarious stuff behind the scenes, but no one knew how deep it went. But he would get arrested and things would happen. He'd go to jail and stuff, and not for murder, but for other stuff that, you know, was sexual assault and things like that. And the dad was echoing the role that he played in Step Brothers. Like, Jeffrey, what did you do, Jeffrey? Why did you do that? What's wrong with you? Picturing like Dale sitting across the table. Yes, Mr. Dewback. So, yeah, once I started watching it too, it just became sort of my main show. Because, you know, it's 10 episodes, so it's a limited series. That's all that it is, but it's 10 episodes, so it's, you know, it's not brief. But I thought it was really interesting. He had to cut ties with a friend who was too thirsty over the Jack the Ripper. This is one of the things people were concerned about this series, especially with the actor that's playing him, because they were worried that people would like Dahmer too much. And I don't think, I mean, at least in my opinion, he was not. They tried to portray, sort of to explain what it was, like why he did what he did. But they never tried to justify it. I mean, it was at the end of the day, like, he just was a fucked up guy. And not a good person. It wasn't like, oh no, I get it now, you know. It was because they didn't get the fancy sauce. Yep, it was the mom's fault. He started the man on for death and was immediately famous for people fishing. So, anyways, but now I'm back on the Breaking Bad again. But that was what I did on Monday. I had been watching Dahmer over the previous week leading up to that, and then Monday, basically that's what I did. I called off. I went to the easy chair, pulled the lever, put my feet up, started watching. I think I was about halfway through. I just like binged the rest of the series in one chunk. Took a couple naps. Barely got out of the chair at all. That it was glorious. And then when I would wake up again, I started watching. I'm still working my way through Breaking Bad, so I just started season 6 of Breaking Bad within the last day. So that's what I'm doing now. Jeffrey, Did you touch the drum set? That's Dale's drum set. Wait, which one had the drum set? Dale? It was Dale and Brennan. It was Dale's drum set. Bring, yeah. No, he's one of the best. He's one of the best villains ever. Why are you all sweaty? Oh, it's watching Cops. That movie is so classic. But yeah, it's just totally like, because Dahmer's such a weirdo and does such weird things. It almost like, it was almost the same. It was almost the same character having the same kind of reactions. But yeah, I really like Gus in that show. He's fascinating, and he's like one of these villains where, like, I've not that I've ever considered getting into a life of crime, but I was like, yeah, you know what? If you played your cards right with that guy, it didn't fuck around, like, you could have a solid business relationship with the dude. So when things didn't work out so well, I was constantly like, what the fuck, you guys? Like Mike. I like Mike as the like the security strongman, old retired ex-cop. Mike might be my favorite character in the series. At least one of them. I really like Mike. But I think it's Mike and Saul from Better Call. Since I just watched Better Call Saul, I think I have an extra dose because that focused on those two characters and they're like Fring and all that stuff. There's a lot of Fring in Better Call Saul. Yeah, well, and the thing is with Fring too is even no matter how crazy it seems like things are getting, there's always some thought that like maybe his intentions are not bad. Although he does some pretty crazy shit though. There was stuff I forgot that he did. There's a lot I forgot about the series. So there were certain scenes, I'm not going to say what they are, but there were certain scenes where in Better Call Saul that I'd forgotten about things about Fring, where I was like, holy fuck. Now, I've watched it all. I'm rewatching Better Call or Breaking Bad because it's been a long time, so I wanted to refresh my memory. Yeah, Maxie, that was a big. I mean, there's several points. There's several points where I look and think, okay, I think this is the point at which I'm no longer sympathetic to Walt's situation. It's like he should have, you know, if he was a good guy, he would have like gotten out by now. he wouldn't still be doing this shit. You're like a show about a killer, but you're sane enough not to be attracted to them. Yeah, or the actors. Yeah, and you can separate. You can still be into the actors and stuff, but I mean, those killers. There are always people that end up having mad, like really like sick crushes on them and stuff. Dahmer he didn't even like girls at all, but he had women writing him just obsessed about him when he was in jail. And I mean, he was a reasonably good-looking guy. Who was the other dude? I get them confused sometimes. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a handsome, charming fellow. That dude had a lot of fans, like, that were in love with him. Mike makes you crave pimento sandwiches. Yeah, he could have lived a decent life if they hadn't messed it up. Well, I could see that where there was a point where he was trying to work with it, and then Jesse would do something, and Jesse would fuck it up. And then It was sort of, because that's what it sort of seemed like happened. Like it was working, it was going to work, and then Jesse kind of pulled some dipshit moves, and that's something like through the whole series. I remember thinking, oh, Jesse, what a fuck up. Like he fucks everything up. Everything could have worked if he wasn't such a dumbass. And then, you know, by the end, I feel totally different about it, but about everybody. But oh yeah, Zac Efron. You remember drama about that? I don't remember whatever the drama was about that. But I frequently am not party to or focus much on like drama and arguments around movies and shows. Or was it people were pissed off that they put someone in there that was too charming? That played him too charming? Yeah, Jesse, yeah. But, you know, I think the thing is about Jesse is you start seeing that, like, if you boil everyone down, Walt is kind of a bad guy and kind of a shithead. And Jesse's actually not a bad guy. He is kind of a fuck up. But like if you boil him down to his basic essence, Jesse's a good person. Skylar, I had too much. Sometimes I sort of get swept away in whole like Walter White and Heisenberg and all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, just let him do his fucking shit. Like, be the drug lord, bro. And then he gets home and his wife is giving him that look. What are you doing, young man? And this is the thing about this character, it's for me too, is there are times when I don't like all of them, and times when I do, but honestly, it's like, I don't hate any of them. Like, there's frequently times where, like, I'd be like, oh, she's a pain in the ass, but ultimately, like, I understand where she's coming from. I don't hate her. I sympathize. I understand where she's coming from, and Walt too. I mean, basically, it's just they all do things and, you know, make decisions that are not always in their best interests or the best interests of people around them. And Hank actually fuck all these characters. Yeah, they're all flawed characters. Nobody's like, oh, well, this is the good one. Although I do think there is good and evil, and you know, there's good and bad. But well, and Nick, did you say you watched a few episodes too? Can't remember, or maybe one of you said you started watching Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. It's not for everybody. Honestly, when I watched the first episode of Breaking Bad, I was not impressed. I was like, I didn't. It took me a while to get. I liked it enough to watch the next one, but it took me a while till I really like it. It did end up really sinking its hooks into me, and I ended up thinking it's like a really really good show, but it didn't click with me right away. And it's not the type of show that's going to click for everybody. You know? Definitely not. That's true. Walt Jr. Actually, Walt Jr. is probably the only person that never did anything screwed up. Although Walt Jr. did like getting the fancy car. You know? But... every show can't be The Wire, which is the best show of all. That's a show that I think I watched the first episode and it wasn't clicking. So, and the thing is like, I often don't like shows that are just like, oh, it's everything's grays and nobody's a good guy. Everyone's kind of like shady and fucked up, and you know, everything's shade of gray. There's no good, there's bad. Everyone's bad and everyone's good. I know it kind of made it sound, talking about the characters of Breaking Bad, that is kind of true, but I do feel like the people in Breaking Bad the characters are it's a constant struggle for them to try to do the right thing. So like I think Walt often believed he was doing the right thing, but then he had like a proud streak, and he had a streak in him that was like, that was not good, and that put his interest above everyone else's interests. Because I was like, I'm doing everything I did for the family. It's like, well, it's maybe 90%, 80%. And then it goes down, and at a certain point, it's like, no, you're just doing this because you get off on it, dude. And Nick, before you get sad, and that's the thing about this show too, is that it also does get pretty heavy at certain points. But for me, at the points where it got heavy, I was already pretty much fully invested in what was happening. So, because whatever it is, I found that throughout Breaking Bad is gripping. It's once it gets its hooks into you, it's gripping, and it's like, if you get to a certain point, you will want to know what's going to happen next. You'll keep watching because you just want to know, like, not only where it's all going to end up, but like just from episode to episode, what is happening next. Wait, which guy was Omar? We're talking about wrestling now? Or The Wire, which I've never watched. Yeah, no, Game of Thrones is a good example of the same thing in comedy. Or not comedy, in fantasy. Where... yeah. There are not clear lines on who's good. Although, what's the dude? The Boromir, what's his name? Sean Bean? His character is arguably like a good guy. He's gray in the sense that, you know, episode 1, he's got an adult bastard that he bore out of wedlock, that he brought into the house, into his home, which both shows like good character, but is also evidence of like, yeah, dude's done some things too, you know? Yeah, I know Boromir's Lord of the Rings. I just was having trouble in the moment remembering Sean Bain's name, and I'm having Lord Eddard Stark. I was having trouble remembering Lord Eddard Stark's name, and I saw the actor, and I was like, you know, the Boromir guy. Yeah, Boromir's. My mind is jumping around, making too many connections. I know when you hear it, it doesn't make sense, but in my head, it makes sense, Hunty. Oh yeah, I can agree. Yeah, Sam seemed like a decent guy. You know. I guess not everybody was shades of gray, but although maybe if you got to know him well enough, you'd find out some fucked up shit. They didn't spend enough time with him. Samuel Walt Jr. didn't really do anything wrong. Still obnoxious. I kind of liked Walt Jr. But Daenerys never did anything wrong. I have to think about that. Oh yeah, he played Eddard Stark in Game of Thrones. Sean Bain. It's very... I liked his character. So basically, like in Game of Thrones, a lot of the big players who are into the politics, most of them are... There's some shady streaks with them. No need to think she was always in the right. I mean, yeah, but maybe her motivations to retake the land. I mean, all the politics of that her motivations to retake her homeland is like, just that all by itself is like, is that a good motive? Is that is her bloodline, is that something that should be reasserted? Is that a worthy motive that she's like pursuing for the whole series? Is like, I'm gonna take it over and reclaim the everything, and you know, whatever. One could speculate that the motive itself, that motive itself is inherently questionable. Like her overall life, her life goal is questionable. Was that an important role for him, Nick? I don't remember him being in that, but I think I've watched National Treasure once. Well, they built the throne, but does that make it like a morally correct thing that they rule? Because they were kind of fucked up, weren't they? So it's been a while since I've read the books, and I have not been watching the new series. So I think I will. I think I will watch it, and I won't necessarily go back and rewatch all Game of Thrones first. I think I will. So you may be working with materials that I'm not familiar with, but. Can't build a king without murdering a few thousands. No, well, you can't conquer. I agree with you. So I get back to the very premise though of, is that a worthy goal? Is that make her is that a morally good goal to reclaim her family's like rights to rule? Is that good, or is that just political? Is it just political? So, and I like Daenerys too. Oh yeah, I should be careful. I stalled out, and there were years I didn't have HBO, and then at some point during the years I didn't have HBO. I think I got through like season 4. Maybe I started season 5. I don't know. But there's a certain point when I didn't have HBO where the series completed, and I heard what a train wreck it was. And I don't know how it ends, aside from everyone, it seems like unanimously agrees that it was totally fucked up. And it's made me it's severely cut down on my motivation to watch it. Because I'm like, well, I already probably know all the story from before. That while it was still good, because I read the books too, so I probably know all the story from when it's good, and all that's left is the fucked up part that everyone hates. I'm like, I don't know. There are other websites you can watch shows on, and what's the winking about? Skinamax? Yeah, it was no worse than the last 2 books, really. Well, that actually makes me feel a little more optimistic about it then, because I thought the first 3 books were great. The last 2 books, I didn't hate them, but it was definitely like, wow, they had a great momentum going, and it just sort of like after the third book, he just wasn't sure where to take it, so I just kind of just flopped around a little bit. Not a little bit, flopped around for 2,000 pages. I didn't think the last 2 books were terrible, so I guess it's all relative. I didn't think they were great, but I also didn't hate them. I liked them enough to finish. If you guys know anything about me, you know that I'm not into a book, I won't finish it. And I read and finished all of the Game of Thrones books. So, for me, I didn't come out of it going, thinking that I'd wasted my time. I was, but it definitely did seem to become very wandery, like it didn't know where it was going anymore. Oh yeah, Brad is the ultimate arbiter of what's good and not good. Well, luckily I'm playing Stellaris tonight. What do you think about that, Brad? Objectively speaking, is that good? Tyrion joins the circus. I forgot about that. That's right, he did join a circus. I don't remember much about it. It's been 10 years or whatever, or more, since I read that. All right. Well, given that I'm probably not going to have a super long stream because I started so late, maybe I should get to the game, and I can still talk, but Oh my God! I forgot to post the stream on Discord. Hold on. I forgot to. Okay, so there we go. Gotta grab that link. Madros is gonna be so mad at me. Yeah, gaming. Your first order is exile people born from 1946 to 1964? Well, it takes place in like the year 2300, so not much danger of that. Alright. What's this? Okay, I don't need this anymore. Yeah, baby boomers are not a problem in the year 2300. I'm already, a little ways into the game too, so. Hey, look! As soon as I posted it, Mater showed up. I was just about to start game, and then I realized that I hadn't posted my stream. Oh no, Josh just banished your parents from the Space Empire. Here, let's go over here.
45 seconds of gameplay.
We see a detailed list of all the various empires we have encountered. Their opinions of us are visible at a glance, and we can quickly and easily engage in diplomacy.
All right, the old contact screen. So let's see, we'll check it out. Here's President Josadai. His traits: champion of the people. Joss, well done, my friend. Happiness plus 5%. The other one is investor. Trade value plus 10%. It's always good. It's good. The governing ethics are xenophile. That's just the sort of the government policy. That's not, he didn't cause that. Fanatic egalitarian. Let's see, civics, beacon of liberty. Oh, that's right. I had to figure out. I think I have to choose an
The Ascension perks list shows the Ascension perks that we can potentially unlock. Some Ascension perks may have special requirements, like technologies, or having a certain number of already unlocked Ascension perk slots.
It's true that my stream does roughly take place every day, every week at roughly the same day and time. But, you know, basically within an hour or so. But you know, out of sight, out of mind. All I know is I posted a Discord. I streamed for almost an hour, and then I posted the stream on Discord, and Madros showed up 20 seconds later. So, you know. The Portal 2 voice. Yeah, see, some people don't bother with clocks. They rely on the social network notifications to let them know when it's time to do something. Let's see. Share Destiny. Later. So, technological ascendancy, huh? Research speed plus 10%. Yeah, I like that. We're going to do that. All right. So, this is the Sol system. There's Earth right here. And looking good, Earth. Stay classy. Mars. Oh, does Mars not have? I thought Mars was settleable. Barren world. Maybe someday. Planet capacity 0. I thought Mars started off being colonizable, but it just was like shitty. Like you could only fit 4 citizens on it. Maybe, you know, it's been a long time. There've been a lot of updates since I've really done a deep dive into this game, so. Although I was playing it a bit earlier this year until I rage quit. When things went all bad and I rage quit. Well, I have to role play as Joss right now. So let me see. My really only experience with Joss is him role playing in Dungeons and Dragons. So, like, I see when the space pirates come, I'll be like, oh yes, I see the local space law enforcement has arrived with to collect some taxes. I will pay you immediately. Do I ever play Assassin's Creed Origins? Yeah, I've got it. To some extent, I think I'm realizing in the big picture that I'm sort of over the Ubisoft style open world game. Not that I'll never go back to it, because when I played, I have enjoyed it. But every time I've tried going back to it for the last 3 years, it's always like, hey, this is fun. Why do I never play this? And then like the next day, I don't want to play it again. Just like, oh, okay. So, let's see. We just colonized. We got Earth. We colonized Sirius, because it's continental world. It's bigger than Earth, I think. It's got 16. It's room for 16. Oh, Earth's a little bigger. It's got 18. And then there's a Gaia world over here that's got 19. So let's see. Did I have a colony ship in the oven for this? I do. I'm building up a colony ship. Well, no, Nick. We started on Earth. I mean, there's certain theories that we are the result of extraterrestrial colonization. But this is sort of like if the future just kept happening from right now, and then we spread out, you know. But on this planet, if we went back, what year is it? It is. Oh, it's only 2200 when it started. So maybe those boomers are still around. But if we went back, you know, a couple hundred years, right here in this planet, you'd see Nick playing some World of Warcraft, or you know, watching movies with Lance and making videos. Seen by few. Go check it out. Alright, we'll close this up. See, this is what happens too when I like Brad's like, you should stream Stellaris. And then when I actually play Stellaris on stream, it's just like, I'm just gonna scroll around for 60 minutes and not do anything, and then we'll call it a night. Because this is a sort of game where it's like playing chess. And that's why I don't stream games like this too much, because doing this and like interacting with chat is a little bit like, well, guess I'll just talk to chat and then scroll around the map a little bit. Then I'll lose track of time, and after an hour or two, just sing a lullaby and call it a night. So let's see. So I think I've got a decent situation going here. This is where the aliens that were originally classified as the demons were. I don't have eyes on them right now. They're giant space amoebas, and they immediately attack anything that goes into this system. And then there's another one down here, but this is a dead end. We hit the hyperlanes. And so that means that if there are any threats coming from this direction, they have to go through them first. But all this is sort of like secured, because these guys, these amoebas, they don't leave their systems. They don't come after us. And then this is all up here where Alpha Centauri is. This is all like self-contained. It's not connected to this other stuff. So this stuff is all just safe. And so this really, it's like, once you get, I think it's about here, where like if I build up to here and secure this, that's when things start forking off into, like, I'm not sure if there's anything down here. There's a race over here that's
Our
a little...
intel level with this empire is dropping. We risk losing the information we have previously gathered about them as intel becomes stale over time.
Yeah, these guys are a little, they're like holy fanatics. They didn't seem super friendly. They basically like, if you get near any of our holy sites, we'll fuck you over. And then they weren't like, hey, but otherwise let's be friends. They're just like, stay the fuck away. And it's like, okay, well. So I don't know what might happen with them. So I've got one ship kind of exploring, and the rest we're all been doing like surveys and stuff over here to unlock these areas. Let me see, what's this guy up to? All right, so he's got a thing going on. Low intel level.
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh shit. All right, let's close this. So what's going on? Is this more space amoebas? Yep, they're space amoebas. So wait, are they not going after me? Nope, they're running away. It looked like they were leaving to go to this wormhole. You're not actually thinking going through the wormhole. Well, because they try to attack us if we enter the system.
Construction completed.
That's been their MO. Alright, hold on. Let's pause this shit. We're gonna explore here. And then we're gonna explore there. Alright, what is going on? We completed construction. Alright. So this planet's already... okay. This is pretty nice over here, too. Yeah, we'll come, build a research outpost over there. Ooh. Any of my other science ships not doing anything? He's surveying. It's, hey, look who this is. It's Hunty the scientist. So yeah. Ooh, what was that? Archaeological site event pending. Chris Cunningham recently found a hidden passage while excavating the ruins of Alpha Centauri 4 or 3. Unexpected discovery has led to accelerated progress. Well done, Chris Cunningham. All right, carry on, Chris. Yeah, you're a scientist. We got, here's you. You're just conducting surveys. You're the captain of the UNS James Cook. You want to rename your ship, Hunty? Most of the ships I kept the same name, except for Chris Cunningham's. I renamed the Nostromo because he really likes aliens. Let's see, what we got here? So here we've got another scientist. Oh, this one I didn't customize. And here's the one we got over here. I think you're out here, Nick. The UNS Pioneer. Captained by Nick C. Well, it just came with that name, Brad. I just didn't change it. I don't change the ship names. Normally, they just, whatever they are, I'm like, okay, whatever. Let me see. Leaders. We got, hey, what happened to Matu? Or what happened to, there was a Maxi out here too, somewhere. Oh, there he is. Jay Maxi is, oh, he's on the home planet studying engineering. They've got 3 scientists in the home planet who are just studying. They are like our academic scholars. So we've got EV23 is busy doing society research. Maxi is doing engineering research. And let's see, who do we have doing the last research? The other one is when Joss was doing the physics research when he got elected to be president. So we just got some rando to fill in for him. Hey, Keith. What's up? The Ceratosaurus? I'm not even sure what that means, but I'll do it, Hunty. I'll do it. Let's see, where do we have you? I wonder if I can just copy and paste your comment, because typing that word feels like a lot of work. Yay, it saved it. All right. There you go. There you go, Hunty. Your ship is now named after your favorite dinosaur. You are a surveyor of worlds, Hunty. I hope you have fun with that. Your dinosaur ship.
Research concluded.
All right, let's see what's going on with that. Engineering. Corvette hull points plus 100. I like that. Mining station output 10% increase. That's nice too. But maybe it's time to increase hull points for ships. We'll have Maxi doing some military resource. Let's see, where's this guy at? So it looks like these networks of stars are going to maybe meet up over here with the other ones.
System survey concluded.
Hey, President Jah Sedai has leveled up. Let's see, ruling from Earth. See, you get any cool shit? Level 3. Okay, no new traits. Well done, Josh. You're doing a great job being the president. I'm very impressed with your work. Take a level warlock. Yeah, sure. Let's see. So that's the guy. Oh, the colony ship. All right. Where was that? Here we go. The colony ship. Planet has an anomaly. Oh, you're shitting me. Okay, never mind then. Maybe it's time to colonize Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri doesn't have an anomaly. Do we have any scientists that can study that anomaly? Really? There's an anomaly here? A level 4 anomaly.
I have important information for you.
Yet unresearched anomalies. Level 4 is a pretty... Who else could do it? Maybe it's got to be Chris Cunningham. Chris Cunningham is otherwise engaged right now. All right. Well, hopefully, Chris Cunningham will complete research. I think he's our most capable scientist at this point. So we're gonna have to send him back here to figure out what the hell's going on with this thing. Try to colonize LV-426. What are you talking about, Maxie? There have been colonists there for over 20 years, and they haven't seen anything. I almost renamed your ship You Suck 101, Nick. But I couldn't remember if that was the name of the base, not the ship. So I didn't. Alright, so just leveled. System survey complete here. I think we're just gonna continue. You know what? I think I'm gonna bring this one back and to survey these inside worlds, see what's going on with them. We've been through them, but we haven't really determined what's... Actually, you know what? Here, do this. Survey that. Then survey that. No, do this one first. Shift is the key. All right, and then we've finished constructing. I never did a research station there. All right, let's All right. So everyone's all set. Everyone's got ordered. Hold on. Was there somebody not doing any work? Thought I saw a scientist where it said they're just not doing. They're busy leading. Okay, no, I got people doing everything. Oh, Governor Lawrence Hawk is just available. You know who's governing the Earth right now? Matus. Does he have any special abilities? Oh, he gains experience quickly. Wait, is Lawrence Hawk no longer a drug addict? I don't see that in his bio anymore. Anyway. Whoa, what happened? Okay, hold on. Archaeological site pending. The strange ruins show no sign of damage beyond neglect. Homes, factories, buildings of unknown use. They all stand empty and abandoned. Where did everyone go? It seems likely that a large building in the center of the colony may hold the answers. Investigate it! Chris Cunningham recently found a passage while excavating the ruins in Office in Charge 3. It's accelerated progress. Okay. I have a feeling he's going to be doing this for a long time. No damage beyond neglect? Would be your autobiography, Nick?
Could I have a moment of your time?
What? We have discovered some minor artifacts. These are esoteric. Here's an esoteric resource. A catch-all term for strange items which we do not understand and may need, or indeed may be inexplicable. Regardless of what any one item does, this resource can be used to enact a variety of decisions via the relics and minor artifacts screen. A tab on the society management interface. Well, that's not anything I'm familiar with. Society management. What? Relics.
The relics screen allows us to view and activate our relics, and also to enact decisions making use of minor artifacts.
Well, let's see. Sell to private collectors. That gets you money. No. Celebrate diversity. I mean, I've got 5 of these things. I gain unity. Now that's unity is in short supply. That's precious. Money is like I got plenty of money. Or museum exhibit. Put the minor artifacts on public display to inspire people with the wonders of the past. This action must be performed as a decision on a planet. Huh. Can I do that on Earth? Is there a decisions button? Cease robot assembly. Send artifacts to museum exhibits. You get artifact exhibition modifier for 10 years. Increases bureaucratic output by 20%. See, this is all this shit. I don't even know what the hell that is. What's bureaucratic output? It's not up here on my list of resources. There's a lot of this game I'm like, I don't remember all this shit. Alright, I don't know what it is, so you know what? Maybe I will. I'll throw a couple. I'll do some bureaucratic output. Why the hell not? I made a decision. I don't know what it means. I don't understand the ramifications. But that's what it is to rule. You just make the decision. If it works out well, you claim credit for it. If it works out bad, you oppose the other side. You say that just they are the ones that made that decision. No one will remember by the time the shit hits a fan. But that's politics, you know. All right. What about the rest of these doohickeys? I think I've got 3 more left. I'm going to celebrate diversity, and then I'll save the last one. Even more diversity. Okay. Good deal. All right. Thanks for the heads up, advisor. I had no idea what to do with those. It's so woke. Yeah. Yep. Okay,
The
there
special project has concluded.
What? Sadly, our linguists have been unable to understand the entirety of the alien language used in the old documents found on Murith 4A. However, they managed to translate the essentials, which has given us a glimpse into the culture they originated from. Okay, no, that's not the one that Chris Cunningham's working on. So I gained some influence over that. That's good. It would have been nicer if we'd succeeded.
System survey concluded.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to put this one on auto survey. We're just going to let them go. You know what? No. I think I'm going to have them surveyed up to here. And then I'm going to do some targeted exploring. So let's we're going to survey that, and then we're going to survey that, survey that, survey that. I wish it would notify me when they're done, like, with the orders. That would be nice. All right, let's see. I think Nick is probably awaiting orders. Okay. So we'll go ahead and just have explore basically just means hitting each one. It'll note any major, like, potentially habitable worlds, but it won't get down to the nitty-gritty of, like, letting you know what resources are on the individual planets and stuff. But all they basically got to do is do a flyby. It's really quick. Surveying is like they go to each and every body in that star system. And before they're explored at all, let me see. I don't think you will. So this is one that's been explored but not surveyed. So I have just low. I can sort of see these bodies here. I don't know much about them. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't even look to see what's in there. I have no idea. All right, they're still working. Come on, Chris Cunningham, wrap it up. Let's see here. An Arctic world. We'd have to do some terraforming for that. Maybe we could call it LV-426. Maybe I've already discovered that. We just didn't name it correctly. Let's see. Another Arctic world nearby. A savanna world. An arid world.
Anomalous readings registered.
Ooh. See, by chance we stumbled across a faint alien signal during a survey of this planet. Let me see, where are we here? Ooh, spooky. Okay. It looks like that's where Darth Vader lives. Maybe we discovered Darth Vader. The source appears to be a small object in orbit. The signal contains no message. Could it be a distress transponder? You know what? I think we let this guy take care of it. What do you think? And you know what? I'm gonna name this guy. Hold on. Wait, where was it? Where did that happen? Okay, we're gonna have him research for sure. But I'm also gonna, since we had Madras come in here, we'll make him a scientist. Wait, we have to capitalize the M. I know he doesn't have it capitalized, but, you know, I'm neurotic that way. It's proper. All right, who else? We got Ruth Taylor Jr. We may need to wait till another lady or gender fluid individual comes in. I think everyone else is already in here. Keith is not in the game yet. I don't know if you want me to make him an Asian lady with a bun. Some people are not cool if you do that sort of thing to them in a game without their permission. I made Nick a lady because I know he always plays the lady anyways. Brad probably would be cool being a lady. Okay. So Madros is exploring the anomaly. Wait, right? Yeah. Yeah, you're consistently, Nick. Yeah.
Our first extrasolar colony. This means that if our homeworld were to spontaneously combust, your species would no longer be rendered extinct. That is a comforting thought,
But
wouldn't you say?
I already had another colony. They're acting like it's the first time, but we had Sirius is already colonized. All right. Unless that's what they were talking about. Maybe we were still setting up the colony. Oh, that must be what they were talking about. Okay. Because we're about to, yeah, here it comes. Alien life pod. An abandoned life pod was detected in close orbit of Ossuaries 2. It is covered in scorch marks, presumably from the pod's when the pod's mothership exploded, and preliminary scans suggest it was built more than 5,000 years ago. The crew of the UNS Earnhardt managed to open the pod, revealing the withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in resplendent uniform. Clutched in one hand, or one of his claws, was a small picture of another individual from the same race, possibly a male or a mate, or a revered leader. Okay, not reading good right now. All right, what's going on here? Oh, Madros has gained a level. Good, well done, Madros. And Hunty has gained a level. Hunty, well done. You're being a great scientist.
A new world of opportunities awaits.
Ooh, sweet. Alpha Centauri Prime. Okay, so it goes through...
Anomalous readings registered.
Alright, guys, there's too much shit here. Alright, so I think it takes a while for it to actually be considered a colony. So right now it's just like setting up. I forgot that was the case. So they're like, your first colony. I was like, that colony ship got this... We founded Sirius Prime like a long time ago. Alright. So Madros found another... Okay, it's an easy research. Go ahead and research it, Madros. Knock yourself out. Madros is he's on a roll with discovering and researching anomalies. Keep up the good work. You and your dinosaur ship are unlocking the secrets of the universe, Hunty. You're doing great work. Proud of you. All of you, especially Joss, ruling the Empire. Took the seat of power right from my fingers, right through my fingers. Took it away from me. But I'm happy for you. No resentment. Lawrence Hawk is just going to go... He's probably going to leave, go to some other world, sulk. See if he can find any more new drugs to get addicted to dull the pain. You ain't fit to rule till you get a haircut. That's true. Lawrence Hawk has got some long hair in this.
Anomalous readings registered.
That's cold, Joss. If I was a better president, I wouldn't have lost. Oh. All right. See, we found, Hunty has found an anomaly too. We have found a heavily damaged bipedal robot floating in space. We do not understand its energy source, but we may be able to retrieve information from its memory. Yeah, okay, routine. That's just a routine research for Hunty. All right. Wow. Okay, there's a lot going on here. The archaeological thing with Chris Cunningham continues. A large crystal has been found inside what we now know to have been the colony's central administrative center. In some way we cannot fully describe, the crystal seems to have wanted to be found. That's ominous. And is trying to communicate with us. Perhaps with further study, communication will be possible. It's a little creepy. All right, probe the crystal. All right. So, that's given us a boost in research. All right, keep at it, Chris Cunningham. All right. Evie23 has leveled up too. Level 3. Good job. Well done, Evie. Maxie also has leveled up. Good. Well played. Well done. All right. That's Madros' anomaly. Yes. And Hunty's anomaly. Yes, we found that. And then who else leveled? Ruth Taylor Jr. has leveled. Yeah, we're going to need some hapless person to wander in here that will end up wanting to be converted from, what's her name, Ruth Taylor Jr. So, Ruth Jr. All right. Back to business. Oh, asteroid. Okay, who's this now? Yeah, RJ. All right, so this is Madros. Madros' research. Asteroid AZ-11M1 is pockmarked with craters from weapon blasts and appears to have been used as a target range by someone roughly 2 millennia ago. Residual energy readings suggest that they tested increasingly exotic weaponry, including subspace bombs and some kind of singularity generator. Our scientists would be interested in studying the unusual energy echoes that remain. All right. So that's a place where we can build a research station later. It's going to have a little bit of a research bonus. All right, that's cool. Well, who's this now? I think this is Hunty's. Yep, this is Hunty's ship. We found a bipedal robot floating in space. Its faceplate is featureless, and its metal exterior is damaged. Preliminary scans indicate it has residual power, but its power source is radically different from our own. Its internal circuitry may hold memories of its previous existence, but recharging it and translating its information will take time. I have a choice. I can scan the robot or abandon it. Why would I abandon it? No. I mean, maybe some terrible things will happen if we poke around. But I think it's worth it. What do you think, Hunty? What would you do? Would you scan it? The Reapers? Or would you be like, nope, some scary shit right there? No, I feel like you would scan it. Do it! All right. Scan the robot. Let's see. Through diligent effort, we have found a way to recharge the robot's power supply and scan its memory banks. Sadly, the machine has deteriorated so badly that we cannot retrieve coherent information. Aww. We will consider a follow-up study, and we may search for others of its kind. But the fate of this mechanical castaway must remain a mystery. Fascinating. All right. Well, we tried. We tried. Oh, scam the robot. There we go. Yeah, just let it know what it's in for. Moving.
Construction completed.
Let's see. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna claim this. This is the official, like, border before things get weird with the space amoebas. I only have one constructor ship, but we don't have a lot of resources, so it's slowly kind of using its resources as we make them to establish new space stations to bring things into our territory. Do I want to... I could just finish this out here. All these systems. No, I think we need to shore up our defenses here. I want to claim everything up to here. So we're gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna send him out. The Eevee's got strong opinions. Don't abandon it. All right. Nope. Unfortunately, we couldn't revive it. Hopefully, Chris Cunningham is gonna. He's gonna figure out what's going on with these ruins with the crystal.
We have detected an anomaly.
Oh shit! Madros detected an anomaly. Man, you're tearing it up with these anomalies. Colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this moon once. Alright, so he's up here looking at this moon with the big impact crater. Alright. Yeah, do it, do it, Madros.
Research concluded.
Oh, lots of shit's happened right now. Okay. First, we have traditions available. I think we've just finished out the discovery tree. We can start a new tradition. I believe early game expansion is the way to go. Once discovery and expansion are the two big ones for starters. Are we sure we wish to adopt the expansion tradition? Yes. Alright, so... if we adopt all of its traditions inside, we'll get extra districts, which is like building slots on our planets. Colonization. Start with extra population. That's good. Reach for the stars. Starbase influence cost reduced. Upkeep reduced. Empire size from systems and colonies are reduced by 25. Yeah, that's good. I think I'm going to go after that first when I got the points for it. All right. Because we're already starting to, as I'm claiming all this stuff and colonizing, the empire size total is 79, and that's affected by how many districts we have, how many systems we have, and how many colonies we have, and how much population we have. And so as we're expanding, if it gets over 100, we'll start having to pay like penalty costs. So we want to stay ahead of that if we can.
System survey concluded.
All right, more shit's going on. Oh, society research. All right, EV23 doing her society research. Let's see, population growth, extra food from farmers, unlocks tiles, edicts fund. What does this do? Covert operations path. New worlds. Future advancements in biological enhancement and adaptation. I think we're going to do genome mapping. Yeah? That could lead to some good shit. Yeah, he is. Look at him, Maxie. Let's see. We got, 57 doesn't look a day over 56 though. Evie's the Nick C is the youngest. Actually, I think the one we just hired. Ruth Taylor is the youngest scientist at 34 years old. We got Nick C at 43. And Evie 23 at a young 47 years old. They're the whippersnappers of our scientific community. Oh, what else do we got? Okay, that's already been looked at. And this ship is already doing surveying other stuff. Whoa, look at this 14 for mineral goods. Alright, they're sort of spread about, but there's one planet that's got a 6. That is a lucrative mining location. Ooh, what's going on? This is Madris's research. A massive crater on Aswiri 3A appears to be a result of a collision with a starship. From the size of the crater, we suspect that a ship exiting a hyperlane at maximum velocity rammed the moon for reasons unknown roughly 10,000 years ago. Maybe this is LV-426. The Earhart has picked up a residual subspace echo near the crash, reminiscent of a collapsed hyperarticulate field. But as the ship itself disintegrated on impact, the theory cannot be verified. So I guess that's the end of that. We're going to get some research points out of that. And Madros will continue his general survey of the system. All right, well done. Hunty's continuing her general surveys. Let's see, where's Nick at?
System survey concluded.
All right, so this whole area up here. So just to give it size, this is just sort of a disk galaxy, and this is the only portion of the galaxy that we've explored so far. So there's what's this over here? I don't know why we have intel on this. But so it looks like this does loop back. Okay, we're just gonna do an exploration of all this. No, not survey. Here. Explore. 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 There, he's gonna... There. Nick has his work cut out for him. We could send Matthew McConaughey over here to this temporal decay. Just go, hey, could you pop in there, take a few pictures, pop back out? All right, all right, all right. Just pop on in there for a second. Maybe we can have him go make friends with some of those space amoebas. I think we have a certain research underway. I thought we did something to try to, like, we have a goal of trying to pacify the whatever they're called, the space amoebas. We had a choice of whether we would study them, like exploit them, or try to learn to pacify and coexist with them. And I chose that. I'm not sure what's going to come of it. It would be nice if we could be friends with the space amoebas. We could train them to, you know, fetch our slippers. Unemployed pops. I don't really know how that works. Okay, there's 2 unemployed. They're not able to auto-migrate for the following reasons. There is no valid auto-migration destination. Well, let's see. With series, should I build a district? What does city district do? Housing +5. Yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know what the hell. This is like, there's a lot of stuff I'm like, I don't know what that does, but sure, I'll build it. It's great. We'll see what happens. We'll give them a, they need to have some food too, so we'll queue that up. Here, we'll give them a little bit of everything. Well, mining. Well, industry. And a power generator district. You know? Alright, that'll keep them busy for a while. Maybe some people get some damn jobs once we start building up the infrastructure. We don't need these folks loafing around, you know? Not contributing. Alright, hold on. I think I want to use... Because Chris Cunningham is clearly going to be researching these archaeological ruins for the rest of his life, so... I think it's time... Wait, what? I thought Chris Cunningham was surveying the archaeological ruins. Yeah, he is. Alright, so why can't I send, That's Madros. All right, so I guess he's gonna look into that. Hey, Kara, what's up? How you doing? How would you like to be? Hold on. Ring world encountered. What does that mean? Let's get a look at this. Wait a minute. Where did Nick go? Oh, there he is. Okay, I guess I can't look at it yet. We've encountered a massive ring world surrounding the star in the sanctuary system. Preliminary scans indicate that it was built eons ago using the material of the system's innermost planets. The ring world has 4 habitable segments, each seemingly home to a pre-space civilization. There's a large space station with some kind located between the ring world and its star. We are receiving a transmission from it. Ooh, all right, Nick, it's your chance. You're gonna make contact with something on screen. Or Nick's like, ignore the transmission. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna let you decide because you might make a weird decision. Oh no, no video feed. Okay. Welcome to the sanctuary, Sapient. This fully automated facility was established. This is very much like Mass Effect. This fully automated facility was established 74605-338 cycles ago to serve as a nature preserve. Our self-sustaining biome segments feature a selection of non-intelligent flora and fauna originating from 4 distinct biospheres. To protect these fragile biospheres, access to our facility is currently restricted. Do not approach this facility under any circumstances. Okay, say, our sensors show signs of civilization on your ring world. Yeah, I'm going to tell them that. All species present in our biomes were thoroughly cataloged when the sanctuary was first established. Records indicate that none of them displayed intelligence levels approaching sapience. Your sensors must be mistaken. Well, what was that number? It was like a few 100 million years? Shit happens, dude. Do not approach this facility under any circumstances. So it seems like they weren't built to understand what happens over the course of hundreds of millions of years. Who created this facility? This facility was constructed by Zemio. Is it Zemio or Zemlo? The letter's a little bit dicey there. Over a period of 412 cycles, it was completed and fully functional 74,605,338 cycles ago. The last recorded visit by a Zemlo vessel occurred 67 million years ago. There are no recorded visits by Zemlo or Zemlo-affiliated vessels since that date. There are 38,000 failed attempts by unauthorized vessels to access this facility on record. Do not approach this facility under any circumstances. That's ominous. It's the drugs, right? It's the drugs talking, Brad. All right, can I just once again mention we're detecting civilizations? No, they're just like, we must be mistaken. All right, it's going to stop this conversation. Automated services of the sanctuary bid you a pleasant day, Sapient. Do not approach this facility under any circumstances.
Evasive maneuvers.
Oh shit, they're attacking us? Okay, hold on. Holy shit. There are a ton of things. Alright, where's Nick at? Nick's over here. Alright, Nick's like, nope, it's okay, leaving. No worries. No worries. As you were. Alright. So it's time to, Nick's got to replot a course. I don't even think Nick's got any kind of weapon, so science ships are just like science ships. They don't fight. They survey and run away from shit. That's their the primary functions. All right, we're gonna proceed with his originally scheduled programming. You gonna send Nick in to wipe him out? Just ram them with your science ship. He took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Maybe
Construction completed.
Maybe I should build more ships. 103. Let's see. We don't make a ton of these things, do we? Alloys? Alright, I'm gonna make a couple of these. Just because when we've got a surplus of alloys, we should be slowly building up our military. Right now we've got... Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we could also use a lady, we have a lady admiral. So far, all she's done is sit at the parked fleet. Oh wait, what did we finish? Oh, this is done. Okay, hold on. Here. Go build a starbase over there. We're gonna start expanding our territory up this line of stars up to here. Chris Cunningham has leveled up. Good job, Chris. Maybe that'll help him finish his excavation more quickly. He's been working on this archaeological site. I guess it hasn't been that long. I keep thinking, like in Civilization, you look up, a game like Civilization, you look up and like 200 years have gone by. But really, it's probably just been like a year or two. Still, you know, it's a long time to not be doing other things. And that's, you know, the thing about this game, whoa, shit, is I was playing this a few months ago, like sometime within the last year, and I was enjoying it. And then I got to a point where I met a bunch of other alien species, and one of my closest neighbors was a real militaristic prick, and they just started bulldozing my shit. And I was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna stop playing this game now. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that sounds good. An archaeological site in our empire has been fully excavated. Chris Cunningham's finished. Aw, shit. Okay, the strange crystal. After a great deal of trial and error, a breakthrough has been made. The crystal is some kind of psionic archive, but its records are fragmented. What we know is that this was a colony of the Zroni, a psionically gifted race who discovered a dimension which came to be known as the Shroud. So it's ominous. Once the Zroni population reached critical mass, it seemed that their collective unconscious minds began to make contact with the proto-shroud in dreams, leading to mass lucid dreaming. This is starting to sound a little bit like Dead Space. The phenomenon was studied, and the Zroni discovered how to psionically project themselves into the shroud, at which point they also found they could manipulate the very fabric of reality using their psionic powers. It wasn't long until the Zroni discovered they could physically enter the shroud and live like gods, transforming the dimension to suit their whims. The archive's records end there, with no information on what happened to the inhabitants of Alpha Centauri Prime. But while there are no answers here, we have learned of another Zroni colony, which may contain a more complete archive. Oh, shit. This site has been fully okay, so we got some more artifacts. We got some tech progress. And we have a research option available for psionic theory. Okay, so that's that. Research, is that... Where's my little research button? Technology? I guess it's not there. Is it under situation log? Oh, there's the amoeboid pacification. All right, I was on the wrong screen. No ship is present. The Zroni minor colony. Oh, right, there's all sorts of stuff to colonize. View the site. Oh, wait, where is this at? Ooh, okay. So yeah, we're gonna keep... Chris Cunningham's gonna follow the trail. We're gonna send him to check out the next site from those people. Alright, do it. All right, do it, Mr. Chris Cunningham. Take the Nostromo. Go digging around. Stick your head in it. If you find any eggs, stick your face right into it. Scientific curiosity. Busy commanding. Well, what's he doing? No, he's just chilling. All right? He's chilling. He's not doing anything. Yeah, Chris Cunningham. Go get it, bro. Yep. All right. Well, that's managed. Let's see. Now buy some DLC? What? Kara, you've set up a basic beginner gaming setup that uses a TV, gaming chair, laptop, and wireless mouse and keyboard. I was doing that for a while. I had it set up, trying to think, was there a period during which I didn't have a gaming computer? Or was I, because I know for a while I had my laptop hooked up to our big TV, and I was using, although now I think about it, I think I just had cords running everywhere. God, my wife must have killed me. I think I had like just, I had USB cords, like with 20-foot USB cords and shit running all over the place. And I'd sit on the couch with my gamepad, and I'd use like one of my law books, put the mouse on it. I'm trying to remember if I ever switched it so that I could make my gaming PC play on the big TV. I might have done that for a while too. But yeah, there would have been cords going all over the place. Surprised she didn't divorce me. Although that place was, that apartment was a little bit crap to begin with. She probably didn't have a lot of pride in it. Ooh, pizza rolls. Classic Nick. Classic Nick. What I've been obsessed with recently is I've had an itch for corn dogs. So we got some of the Foster Farms honey, but they're chicken corn dogs. It's a little, I don't know. I've decided I want real beef, or at least hot dog-ish corn dogs. We discovered a new one. This one faded. And I was trying to remember. I remember having corn dogs before that I thought were really good. And I thought, but it wasn't. I realized it wasn't the Foster Farms ones. They're okay, but I did do some research because this other one was called State Fair. I keep wanting to say State Farm. That's the insurance company. State Fair. Corn dogs. I don't know why, Brad. It's Foster Farms. That's what they do. But you go into places here, there are not a lot of options. So like the place where we looked before, they had S-Bar, which is like a discount brand. And I've read the skinny on S-Bar corn dogs. They're supposed to be not very good. Even though they're made with beef, the Foster Farms corn dogs are a superior eating experience, even though they're made of chicken and the dogs inside are just not quite right. But yeah, so now so we got all excited. We went shopping yesterday. And that's when I was like, okay, we're going to get me some State Fair. We went in there and all they had was, maybe they don't sell them as, I'm going to have to look it up. I think you can look up by manufacturer to tell where locally they sell stuff. You need to find where in the Portland area I can get some State Fair corn dogs. Because now that I remembered the brand, and I remembered, it's been like probably 5 years since I've had any, maybe more. But now that I remember them, I'm a little bit obsessed about finding them. So when we went shopping yesterday, I just didn't get any more corn dogs. It's like I didn't like the Foster Farms corn dogs enough to get more. It's like I specifically, it's State Fair or nothing. So for now, no new corn dogs for me. You don't think it matters? It matters. The chicken corn dogs are like rubbery. It's overall, it's not that it tastes bad. it doesn't quite taste correct. It like when you actually taste the hot dog inside the corn dog, the coating is good. The chicken dog inside is of questionable texture and flavor. Yeah, it's the breading. That's right. But also the dogs, well, compared to the chicken dogs, dogs get, tender. Like hot dogs are supposed to get kind of tender when you cook them up, right? They're not like hot rubbery sticks. Yeah, based on what the store that we went to yesterday, you'd think that surveys all agreed that Foster Farms is the Cadillac of corn dogs and everyone loves it. So, because they had a big section for corn dogs, but it was one huge panel of just exactly this one Foster Farm, just tons of this Foster Farms, and then another one, just a ton of S-Bar, which I'm like, no, I'm not getting that. Because Foster Farms actually still tastes better than the S-Bar, even though S-Bar doesn't do chicken. This stream is the Cadillac of corn dogs. I use that phrase because I used to work at this like a small independently owned grocery store when I was in college. And I was talking with the owner one day, and I don't know why this stuck with me, because he'd be talking about different products, and I think for a certain period of time, I was in charge of ordering, keeping on top of the milk, like the dairy products, ordering the new dairy products, that department. And so we're going over all the different products that we have, and we had two different, it was a small grocery store, not a big one. We had two different milks, and one was Knudsen milk, and the other one was some generic brand. And he's like, actually, I believe both of these milks come out of the same dairy. It's just that they intentionally market, they'll intentionally market one to be cheap, to create it's a fake sense of competition. Because some people will be enticed and be like, oh yeah, let's buy that, it's a good deal. And other people hey, it's Knudsen. And he described Knudsen as I don't know if you know, but Knudsen, when it comes to milk and dairy products, Knudsen is the Cadillac of milks. It is just, he described it that way. And for some reason, it's been over 20 years. And whereas me and my wife, I told my wife that story. So now whenever we're talking about something fancy, we'll always be like, it's the Cadillac of yogurts or whatever. But sometimes we substitute it with Knudsen. We'll say, Cadillac is the Knudsen of cars. Tuscan brand whole milk. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've heard good things about that, Nick. Life-changing. Quick crunch wrap. No, I didn't microwave my corn dogs, Maxie. Now, I won't say that I never have, but corn dogs at this stage we have a big toaster oven that's got like heat and stuff. It's really, we actually really don't use our regular oven anymore because of it. It's big. So the corn dogs go in there. Most things go in there. Although I did get Hot Pockets recently, which I don't get. That's another thing I don't get that's what I got actually when I couldn't get corn dogs. I got one package of Hot Pockets. So that's what I had instead that evening as my freezer bad food. I put those in the microwave, but those have like the crisping sleeve. Like they don't even have instructions on how to cook them in an oven. They're just like, no, put it in the microwave thing. Oh no, we don't have the means to deep fry, but I mean, really, isn't a corn dog that you buy in a store essentially a pre-deep fried corn dog that you're just crisping up again? Because a real fresh-made corn dog is a hot dog on a stick, and it goes into raw batter, and then it's deep fried. But what you get from a store, a frozen corn dog, is already cooked. So, I don't know. But I don't know how it's cooked before you get it home. The big exciting thing for me for the past couple of weeks has been Taco Bell finally brought back the Mexican pizza for real. So, I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but we've been to Taco Bell in the last couple of weeks. We've had Taco Bell like 3 or 4 times. And every single time, the first time I even got 2 Mexican pizzas. I was so enthusiastic to have Mexican pizza again. But we had it like 3 more times since then. I didn't get 2 every time, just the first time, but still. It's good stuff. All right. Yeah, last time I had Taco Bell, I got a Baja Blast. It wasn't a Slurpee, but...
A new world has been colonized.
Ooh, Alpha Centauri. All right. Let's, boys, human... So, you know what? Let's send... Hold on. Let's send an envoy. Diplomacy. Can I send an envoy to just, like, chill out with you guys? Declare war. I thought I had an option to send an envoy. Offer trade deal.
This is the trade screen. We can trade any type of resource with an empire, as well as information. And
no, I don't want to trade information with them yet. I'm afraid they're going to learn my boundaries and get all aggressive on my shit. Okay, what I really wanted to figure out is, did they say I could send an envoy to hang out with them so I can keep tabs on what they're doing? Like someone to, like an embassy or some shit? Okay, guys. Diplomacy. I guess it's not an option. Do not trespass on the holy sites. Anyone who breaks this commandment will be dealt with accordingly, or according to the ancient protocols. Yeah, it's very unfriendly. Make a deal, insult, make claims. It doesn't look like I have any option to send an envoy. Just say, hey. Communications? Oh, can we just do communications with each other? Oh, transfer known empires. Never mind. Alright, no, screw you guys. Did I make peace with the Centaurs? Do they live in Alpha Centauri? Is that a thing? From a thing that I'm not remembering or not aware of? A thing from a show or a comic book or something? Somewhere? Harry Potter? I don't think they ever did go to other planets in Harry Potter, though. Alright. So that's colonized. Let's see, let's do a little, boom. 500. Gonna build a little bit of that. Build a little bit of that. Have a little bit of a little mining operation in there. An industrial district. Yeah, we're just gonna, oh, I'm really burning through my funds, aren't I? Alright, I'm just gonna leave it there. Oh, the Centauri be centaurs. Okay. Nick, as usual, your wit is 10 steps ahead of me. Now I'm kicking myself. Centauri. Yeah. Alright. Oh, remember when I was... Oh, I was saying I had tons of money. Okay, never mind. I didn't have a ton of minerals. We're still working on that. What do we discover up here? An arid world? A desert world? Big one. A savanna world? Yeah. Alright, nothing to... an Arctic world. Nothing to amaze balls out here.
System survey concluded.
Alright, carry on. Carry on. Good work, Hunty. Hunty finished the system survey. Her and her dinosaur ship. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Sirius Prime. Look, what a pleasant looking world. It's all green and blue. A group of investigators have found a hidden factory on Sirius Prime. The building and its state of decay tells of an ancient civilization, one that excelled at constructing things that stood the test of time. Our population would easily be able to use the facility to add to the colony's production output. Intriguing. Okay, so this adds factory worker jobs. Okay. A dinosaur? Hold on. Reassembled ship shelter. Upgrades to planetary administration. Can I do that? Oh, the number of pops need to be over 10 for that. Okay. What is the population here? 3. Okay. What are they doing? What are my 3 people doing? Are they working? All right, well, nobody's unemployed, so I'm going to assume... Maybe it's premature for me to start building a bunch of shit. More shit, anyways.
Construction completed.
Yeah, sure. Build mining stations. And then you're going to come over here and build another
Evasive
outpost.
maneuvers.
What? Okay, where is this happening? Oh, no. Wow, these space amoebas really starting to get under my skin. Alright, what's going on? Looks like we're in 6 months. We're gonna finish our amoeboid pacification research. Alright. So I think what we're gonna do here, we'll just have Nick start surveying some shit. Here, survey that. And then we'll see how long that takes him. And maybe if in 6 months he can come back down here. But for now, we're basically boxed in. I can't keep exploring that way until we can get past the amoebas. And I currently I don't have the military power to do it. But since I'm about to pacify them, you know, I think the problem's about to solve itself. No, we're going to make friends, Joss. Okay. Now it's this one. Interpretation signal. Who's this? That was the Earhart. This is Madros's research. The anomaly. Did he finish? Some form of form of aesthetic design has been employed over most of the surface landscape of Wengwart Artem. Our scientists suspect that even remaining untouched, even the remaining untouched areas are merely crafted wilderness. They are to serve a wider horticultural goal. Toward the conclusion of our research, we stumbled across a beacon, the sole example of technology on this world. When activated, it uploaded a catalog of every plant and animal species found on the planet, as well as a reference pointer to nearby rig. No clue was left with which to identify the planet's designers. Okay, so this is a Gaia world. It is like a perfect, like almost an Eden, a paradise of riches, of natural riches. And we've just discovered that it was essentially engineered to be that way. Somebody made it that way. Marvelous. Issue special project, pure dry landscaping, huh?
Situation log has been updated.
But where are you going, dude? Oh, okay, no, that's fine. Wait a minute. Is there something hostile here? Scientist is present. No, dude. Hey, where are you going, dude? Why are you leaving? Back, look at this thing. Research it. Don't stop now, Madros. Oh, wait, there is something nasty here. Is it hostile?
Anomalous readings registered.
Dude. I don't know what this is. A gardening drone caretaker. Do we need to worry about this? It looks neutral. Where's it going? Alright, I'm a little nervous about this, but it doesn't seem to be attacking us. Alright, now what else? There's just too much happening now. It's feast or famine. Okay, so Hunty discovered an anomaly. There is significant scanning on the surface of this world. Oh, scarring on the surface of this world. And a pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Alright, go for it. Hunty, go check it out. I believe in you. You and your dinosaur ship. You're gonna figure it out. Let me know what you find out. Okay, evading hostile fleet. Alright, I think it's time to, let's upgrade these ships. And once they're upgraded, okay, what now? I just want to... What is this guy? It says they're hostile, but they didn't try to attack me. What the hell's going on? Okay, what have we found now? What is this? No reports of any problems have been issued from the odd factory on Sirius Prime. It seems like the colony will maintain the projected number. Okay, I don't even remember what that's about. There's too much happening. It's a busy universe. All right, that's taken care of.
Ship upgrades applied.
All right, now time to go check out this planet. See what's going on. Are they attacking Madros? It says they're hostile, but they're not doing anything. They're gardener ships. All right, what are we looking at now? This is Hunty's anomaly. Okay. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Mendoc 5. All right. The massive script covers large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere. It appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Yeah, they just use it as a big, like a big tablet. That'd be cool if you could actually see the, and there's Hunty's little ship. Hi, Hunty. Yes. Wave. You can see her in one of those windows. She's like, hey. All right, fascinating. All right, so this place is going to have extra societal research available.
The special project has concluded.
All right, what was this? Right? Oh, this was all right. This is where the hostile alien gardeners are. Were it not for the sheer scale and remoteness of Earth, Railrate might be mistaken for a Zen garden of our own making. A Zen garden. Oh. Its surface is vast. Alright, surface is a vast, stylized landscape punctuated with rocks which range in size from small boulders to landed asteroids. Our scholars note an algorithmic presence or precision to the apparent depictions of water and land. It remains decorative, but somehow divorced from natural forms, like a studied imitation. Whatever its origin, there's a clear link between the sculpted world and the gardening drones which recently emerged from its surface. Our attempts to backtrace their origin, however, have yielded no results. Perhaps our being led to this Zen planet is a hint that answers to our growing stack of questions may reveal themselves in due time. All right, fascinating. All right, so that adds research value to that planet.
The special project has concluded.
What do I think? Any chance you'll get a second week of Stellaris? Well, I think Nick pointed something out when I mentioned I was playing Stellaris last night that should be borne in mind. And that is the timing for me starting to play Stellaris being 2 days before October begins is highly suggestive that probably I won't be streaming it for the next month. Yeah, but we'll see. I haven't been super gung-ho. I haven't even prepped for October. I think I found one. I did a little poking around. I found one game that I think I'm planning, like an indie game I'm planning to play that just looked weird. You want me to betray? You don't want a whole month of Dead by Daylight, Brad? You like this game more when I play it than when you do? You do a great job of reading the information? What does that mean? You click through it, or you just enjoy hearing me read poorly? I don't poorly. Well, the writing is also so tiny. A lot of times I have trouble seeing the words too. Oh yeah, the wheel. I've got to go through all of my duplicative humble choice games too, and figure out what's on the giveaway list this year. You'll still attend. You'll just resent me. The Wheel of Misfortune. That's right. Well, yeah, Dead by Daylight is sort of like, I'll play different scary games through October, but Dead by Daylight is kind of like the meat and potatoes of October. It's sort of the one that it's like, just play that. So, and I'm kind of looking forward to playing it again because it's been it might have been the last October when I really played it at all. All right, let's read this though. Amoebas pacified. Temporarily refraining from venting certain emissions from our vessel's reactor cores while in the immediate vicinity of space amoeba flocks seems to be enough not to arouse their ire. With this new protocol in place, they no longer pose a threat, and we have been able to study them at close range. Ooh. Okay, so there's a new modifier. Space amoeba fleets are rendered non-hostile. Research option gained. Oh, amoeba breeding program or regenerative hull tissue. Okay, hold on. Let's look into this shit. Where do I learn regenerative hull tissue? Maybe it'll come up as an option when I get when it's time to do more research. Ooh, President Joss was elected on a platform for bringing our monthly energy credit surplus up to at least plus 20. Oh, we're above that. Okay, so you already fulfilled. Reward at the end of the term. Right. So I guess we're going to get a unity bonus because we fulfilled. I think we'd already fulfilled that under Lawrence Hawk. So Joss got elected under this objective, and he took office, and it was like, oh, look, I did it already. Stealing Lawrence Hawk's thunder, but you know, you take credit for it. It's fine, Joss. It's good. The deadbeat by daylight hunters in your old name. That confuses you. Well, oh, I don't know, Brad. That's pretty. I mean, I doubt he even had a peanut farm. World. Roll. Okay, we're looking at that already, right? Yeah. All right, and this is one that I'm aware of. I haven't been doing anything with. All right. Elemental Huntress. That was when I met you. You were an Elemental Huntress. Well, it's easy to keep a promise if you promise to do something that's already finished. You go, look, and then you get into office, you're like, hey, look what I did. Look what I did. I'm elected on the promise to build a highway that goes across the entire nation from one side to the other. And then I get elected. It's like, hey, look at this. It's the I-10. I did it. We fulfilled my election promise. Wait a minute. I think that was already there. Was it? It's like, no, memories are short, you know? Invisible strain. You know what, Keith? I actually did take a look at that. I did take a look at it one day, and it does look like an interesting game. It's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little rough, but I didn't do it on stream though. Just so you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. But I actually did take a look at. I took a look at it. Is this still in early development? I can't remember. It had some interesting mechanics. It looked really rough. It was really rough, but it had some very interesting. It was doing some interesting things. If he shares his drugs with you, you'll vote for him? All right. So hold on. Does that mean Nick can go visit the amoebas now? Oh, is that Hunter Space Amoebas? Is that different than regular Space Amoebas? Okay, they got 560. My fleet's only 375. So I don't think... So what's the difference between Space Amoebas and Hunter Space Amoebas? Alright, because this is a bunch of bullshit. I don't want to have to come all the way back around here. Alright, I think it's time to build some more Corvettes. And actually, I think it's... Hold on, undo that. I think it's time to... I need to build a... Ooh, I don't have any of these things? Consumer goods? Okay, never mind, I'm going to build some... I was going to save some resources to build a colony ship, but there's a certain resource I'm not producing any of. That's a problem. Let me see. How do I produce consumer goods? Turns minerals into consumer goods. Civilian industries. Okay, we're going to build some of these. All right, maybe we got to get those consumer goods going. I didn't even realize I'm just at a stall out. I cannot build another colony ship because I'm not producing any of these. Nice work, Joss. Asleep at the wheel. All right. I'm realizing it's almost 11. I know I didn't even start my stream till after 8, but that doesn't mean I can stay up an extra hour. It's not the way it works. Yeah, you took a look at it. I told you about it a bit before. Like, well, you bought it for me, Keith. It was because it's like a $5 game, and I don't remember if it was on sale or if you just bought it for me, but I know it's like a super cheap game. And was it it might have been last October. But I know you got it for me. And I was like, oh, I gotta check that out when I get a chance, because I was into other stuff at the time. And so later, though, I did take a look at it, and I was like, cool. It's one of those games, like, I don't know that I'm ready. I want to dive into it super deep right now. But I'm watching it. I'm interested enough to see what happens with it. In my Under Armour hat collection? Let's see. Let's save the game. This is new main. 9:27. I started the game 2 days ago. And then we're just going to exit. Boom. Alright, there we are. I'll still hang out for a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to stay out for another hour. Show you my... This is my only Under Armour hat. Think of the Brad enjoying this Stellaris content that you're going to replace with the hated Dead by Daylight. I know. All year long, Brad dreads the approach of Hawktober. All the things that make Hawktober exciting to other people, Brad hates. But I think the first game that I'm going to play for Hawktober, maybe you will like it, Brad, because it's a weird game. It's a weird, janky Japanese game. So, I don't want to spoil it. But if we like it, it could open up a portal to... There's a company, it's a Japanese company that cranks out a bunch of like weird, unique, cheap games that are short, but people... They're like grindhouse horror film, like indie horror production company. So... And I know sometimes if Brad enjoys it when I'm playing a game that's difficult to control, has weird graphics, and is somehow inconvenient for me to play because it's weird in some way. So who knows? Maybe this will be your year, Brad. The abused baby game. Yeah, that was a good game though, but it was weird. No, I'm not doing Doki Literature Club. I watched Narcos playing that a few years ago, and that was enough. I saw enough. And it was fun watching him react to some of the shit in there. But that was enough. I don't need to do that. You get frustrated in half an hour. The game might not take much longer than that, though. That's the thing, Brad. So maybe it'll be the perfect. By the time I get tired of it, it'll be over, and then I'll still play Dead by Daylight. Yeah, the original Silent Hill. That never came out on PC, did it? The only one I remember being on PC is Silent Hill. Was it Silent Hill 4: The Room? And then there was that PT. There is a Fatal Frame game on PC? I mean, I know most of these games can be played on emulators, but I've only dabbled in emulators a couple of times, and I don't always feel comfortable doing it. I'm always worried I'm doing something like my PC is gonna get infiltrated by malware and shit. Fatal Frame game on PC? I know the Fatal Frame series is super famous. No, it was on Xbox. I was gonna say I had a PlayStation 2, but it was on Xbox. I knew someone who had it. Fatal Frame Project Zero. Is it supposed to be any good? It's got reasonably good community response. Nobody seems to be yeah, it's a little bit mixed reviews. But do you know much about this one, Brad? Is it really good? Oh. If it ever go on sale, that's $40. See, I didn't know there were any Fatal Frame games on PC. So I have what I would describe as a passive interest. But I'm not looking at it going, holy fuck, I need this game. I'm kind of like, Nah, see, I wouldn't want you to do it because I'm not even. You can see, I'm just trying to even ask myself, if this were in my library right now, would I play it? And I'm not sure. That's why I'm like, I don't want you to spend $40 to gift it to me. I might look more into it though and see if it tickles my if I look into it a little more and it tickles my fancy, I'll let you know. I haven't abandoned the idea. I just know that upon learning at it and at first glance, I'm not overly like, yeah, I want people putting their hard-earned money into this game for me. The hat's worth $40, 41 if I sign it. One could argue that you should just buy the game for yourself, but if it saves you a couple hours of Dead by Daylight, it's a win-win. That's what I'm afraid of, Brad, is that you'd get it and it wouldn't significantly impact your Dead by Daylight experience. So I remember the premise of it. I want to know a little bit more about. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna look into it and see if it jumps out at me. Like, so far, all that I've done in terms of preparing for October is I looked up some rando. Somehow I found down a rabbit hole of like indie horror games, and this one publisher, this one Japanese game designer that's done a whole bunch of these like weirdo little games caught my eye because they looked unique. But like the big stuff, like I'm still like, I didn't even finish Resident Evil 2 remake last year. And there's a part of me is like, should I finish that this year? That'd be my thing. Because that was like the big, what I consider the big premiere event last year. And I just, even before October ended, I stalled out on it. I was just like, I sort of like lost interest. No one expects me to finish anything. Oh yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, I'm approaching October so far with a uncharacteristically low level of enthusiasm. Not that I still like October. I'm looking forward to like jumping into some scary games, changing pace for a little while. It's not like I'm gonna ignore it, but it's not like some years where I've been like, oh, I'm gonna do a whole new like October thing. And like I do like an announcement, October's coming, and I make a little video and stuff. And it's just like, this year I'm just kind of like, oh, is it? Yeah, when the month rolls over, I'm gonna start streaming some scary games. You all just like saying October. Yeah, really, that could be it. There's one new horror game that's released not long ago, but I think it requires you to have friends. I saw that one about paranormal house investigations that is multiplayer. Well, it's basically multiplayer only. Oh, the choir. Yeah, that's the people that do like Until Dawn. Is that actually multiplayer? I thought it was more like a Telltale game. I don't know why, but those, like, I've never been super interested in those games. They just, I don't, well, they've done a few. There's like the Dark of Medan or whatever. I don't know. They've done a few, and those are not supposed to be as good. Until Dawn, is that the one that they did? It's only been on console. It's never been on PC. That was like the big hit. Phantasmophobia. Yeah, that's it, Evie. That's one that if there were a few other people that had that, I might consider screwed. Because I always thought that looked kind of interesting, but not enough to. I streamed it one night, didn't I? Just for a little while, I goofed around with it, but it really felt like the kind of game that you need to play with other people. Let me see. I'm gonna do top horror games. Games PC. The best horror games on PC. I need to have something that's like relatively recent. Yeah, accept all cookies. Alright, we've got Little Nightmares 2. Did I ever get Little Nightmares 2? That's one of those, like, I enjoyed Little Nightmares 1. I would play the Little Nightmares 2. But I didn't enjoy it enough where like, it's been out for a couple years. I haven't enjoyed it enough to where I was like, I gotta go get it. I enjoyed it enough to where, like, I might have gotten it on, like, a Humble Bundle and been like, oh, I've got to remember that I have that. During October. Little Nightmare, I only have the first one. Yeah, Joss. Yeah, I thought it was interesting too, but really, it felt like it would be better with other people who were into it. Which is why I never really played it that much. All right, Little Nightmares 2. I'm just curious. Is that on Game Pass? For some reason, I thought I had access to that, but maybe it was just on sale one time, and I was thinking about getting it. There's 2. They don't mention on there for PC. Your friend says Phasmophobia VR is creepy AF. A October themed baseball team. Oh, there you go, Brad. Spoopy. Yeah, Phasmophobia. That's the game where it's like you have a van parked outside with ghost hunting equipment. You can only carry like 1 or 2 things into the house at a time. So the idea is like you get a few people together and each person carries, different things. And Outlast is something that I've played. Have I played it I don't know if I played it every October, but I've probably done a playthrough of it more Octobers than not. That's a possibility. It's not on Game Pass. Little Nightmares. Nope, not there. I don't think it was ever on the Humble choice either. Wonder how cheap it's got. Little Nightmares 2. Oh shit. It's on sale for $9.59 at one of my magical sites. Don't want it bad enough to spend $9.59. I think about it. That was one of those games, Little Nightmares, where I was like, I put off playing it for a long time because it didn't look like it would be something I enjoyed. And then when I actually did play it, I actually liked it quite a bit. But now when I think about the second one, I feel the same way. I'm like, I really am in the mood to play that. But I have a feeling if I just played it, I would enjoy it. It is cheaper than 2 Mexican pizzas, that's true. Oh yeah, there was Layers of Fear 2 as well. Do I have that one? I don't think the second one was supposed to be as good as the first one. But I thought I had the second one from something too. There's all these games that I keep thinking I have or have access to, and then then I don't know. Maybe I have some of these games in the Epic Store. G-Law account. Well, let me see. GOG Galaxy. Well, this is what I say. Anyone who's interested in Phasmophobia, if you get it, there's a good chance that you're gonna get at least one session out of it in October. But I would say don't get it unless you're actually interested in it, because I don't have it burning like oh god, I wish I knew people that could play it and I'd play the hell out of it. I just know that like if people did play it, I'd probably give it another shot. All right, hold on. Let me see. Mine. Where's my owned games? Here we go. What I'm looking for. I guess I can look for Little Nightmares 2. And Layers of Fear 2. This is what happens. Nick, you're like, you never buy games across platforms. And I do. And this is what, or I get lots of free ones. Yes, I have Layers of Fear 2 through the Epic Store. I got it for free at some point. I do not have access to Little Monsters 2. Okay. I do have, I think we got it through Humble Choice, didn't we, Brad? Dark Pictures Anthology. That's the one I was referring to. It's by the same, I think it's the same people that did Until Dawn. And like I said, I understand that that game, Until Dawn, super duper popular with people. Whenever I watched someone streaming it, it didn't sink it. I was always like, yeah. The Dark Pictures Anthology, by reputation, is like a not as good series of games that's like Until Dawn, but generally regarded as not as good. And I think the Quarry I've heard about as well. I think the Quarry is supposed to be better than the Dark Pictures Anthology. Somewhere in between Dark Pictures Anthology and Until Dawn. Again, I understand a lot of people really like it a lot, but whenever I've looked at it, I've always just gone, eh. Like, it's just doesn't mean if I had it I wouldn't enjoy it. If I sort of like acquired it and forced myself to play it. But whenever I look at it, sort of the things, well, like I have the Dark Anthology. I have those available already. I've never been tempted. I've never been close once to installing it and playing them. Oh yeah, I'm aware of what they are. Yeah, like I said, they look like they're high production value. They're good quality game. Oh, paying attention. Yeah, and stream, that could be a thing. You want me to walk around with no way to defend myself and hopefully get scared. That is what October is. We got, yeah, Outlast, Alien Isolation. Or you want me to do it in real life? Play Battle Brothers. Maybe they'll have like a Halloween mod for Battle Brothers. I need games that can be ignored for optimal stream. I still do play games that requires, like Stellaris requires some degree of attention. And I felt like that actually went okay. I had to play it for, I think this week all told, I played it for maybe 3 hours. I haven't been binging it or anything. I don't play, most evenings after work, I don't play a lot. I'll play a little bit of game here and there, but usually not more than like an hour or two. And a lot of nights I don't play games at all. Just like, it sounds like too much effort. That's true, yeah. It's Stellaris, you can take at your own pace. But if you're actually going to do anything in it, you have to kind of stop and look at what's happening and read it and think about it. It's not like walking circles in Riften, where you're just not, where absolutely no thought is going into it. It's like it does require, to do anything requires a bit of focus, which is why I don't stream games like that a ton. Have you continued playing Crusader Kings 3, Brad? I only noticed you stream it once. Is hop back on to Zomboid. There's only really two modes of Project Zomboid for me. Not into it, or not doing anything else. Not playing anything else. Seems like if I get in the right mood for Project Zomboid, it's like, that's what I'm doing for a month or two. I did think about that though, Nick. But I don't know. I could get into the mix. I have to think about that. Project Zomboid is a really good game. Like, I like Project Zomboid a lot. I played the hell out of it for like a month or two. Or was it earlier this year? And I did hit a point where I was like, okay, I had enough of that. But that's definitely the type of game where if I think about it, I could end up jumping back into it again. Oh, you haven't figured out how to stream it without boring yourself and others because you're not as good as... What? I only streamed it one time, and I think I barely did anything. I just showed everybody all the weird traits, all the family members I had. I made people from my stream, all the extended family members, and they all had quirky shit going on. But when I streamed, I don't think I played it. I don't remember. I think I don't think I played it a ton. I think I spent most of the time giving everybody a tour of all the whack job relationships that where everyone was in my family of Dynasty, how they all fit together. Oh, thanks, Brad. You know what? I remember enjoying streaming Crusader Kings 3. And specifically because I worked in so many people from the stream into my Dynasty. And they all have developed these like weird interrelationships that were kind of funny. The Sims with the Ghosts DLC. Oh, I haven't played The Sims in years. I played a ton of Sims 1. I played a ton of Sims 2. And I played a ton of Sims 3. And then Sims 4 came out. And I think I maybe got sucked into that once for about a week. Less than a week. Some games are like that, where I play it and play it and play it and play it and play it over the course of like 10 or 15 years. I play a shit ton of it, and then at a certain point, something in me is like, I think I had enough of that. That was a franchise that I played a ton of over like a number of years though. So for some reason by the time 4 rolled around, like for the past 5, 6, 7, 8 years, maybe the last 10 years, I just never really I haven't really been into it for most of the last decade. But there's always a part of me I still think about The Sims sometimes. As recently as like the last few weeks, I've thought, yeah, maybe I should. I have thought about it even recently, playing Sims again. I didn't know there was a ghost DLC. I know they always have like a vampire DLC. And that they have ghosts in the game. Okay, cool. Would that be spoopy? Would everyone be like, oh, G-Law is playing The Sims. This is scary. On PS2, Sims on a console? That doesn't seem right, Maxie. It seems like the wrong way to play Sims. Seems like it would be fake watered down Sims on a PlayStation. Spooky Sim, Brad, you'd be into Spooky Sims? Yeah, Dark Jake. You arrived just in time for me to leave. How you doing, Dark Jake? Good to see you. Paranormal Stuff DLC, and I'm curious. Opening all these game downloaders in the background I haven't had open in forever. Oh shit. I don't even remember my Origin account. I'm curious what... All right, screw you. Documents being a little bit weird. Okay. All right. Email or ID. I think I remember my password. How you been, Dark Jake? This is something I was actually about to bring up. But my birthday is next month, and I've been thinking about getting a, what's that, the Quest 2? Whatever that thing is called. That you got me, you convinced me that it might be time to make a move on VR. The Oculus Quest 2. I think they changed the name or something, but it's the same one. I'm considering really hard, like, getting an Oculus Quest 2 as my... Every year for my birthday, I'll get some kind of a... You know, whether it's I got a new PC or a new graphics card or a new something, I'll give myself permission to do, like, one kind of... you know, more than just buying a game at full price type of treat for myself. Do you still recommend it, Dark Jake? Because you're the one that got me kind of excited about it, watching you play with your Oculus Quest. Did my Comic-Con credentials ever show up? I haven't seen them, Maxie. I'm kind of glad. That means they were really lost. Like, I still, honestly, if I'm sitting here and if I just like leaned over and adjusted my monitor and all of a sudden my Comic-Con pass just like fell out from behind it, I'd be like, what the fuck? It's a great standalone device to commute. Well, I know you can pay extra, and it sounds like you pay. You do have to pay. It's some cost involved, but for the cables, but that you can plug it into your PC and run like most of the VR games that like Steam offers as well as being a standalone device. What the hell are you talking about? They're making it sound like I only had the game. They're making it sound like I never owned the game. Okay, I did. Because what happened is a certain I bought the game and had like an expansion or two. I'm talking about Sims 4 now. But then I signed up for like the Origin Premium, whatever their premium game subscription service is, and it unlocked a ton of extra shit for me. And now and I think I installed it once with some of that extra shit, and now it's acting like, oh, you can't play Sims unless you reactivate that special account. It's like, no. I know I own some of this shit. Oh, now it's downloading. Alright, I never intentionally told it to download. It shouldn't be downloaded during a stream? Dude, cut it out, Origin. Don't be such an obnoxious piece of crap. Okay. Don't try to download and install a game while I'm streaming, you big weirdo. What I want to see is... All right, here we go. So I think I have Discover University. So many damn expansion packs. I have Sims 4 Seasons. I don't see the scary one. They have expansion packs and extra content, which are like mini expansion packs. Maybe it's there. I tell you that their economic model is like just a fucking... Stuff packs, game packs, stuff packs, expansion packs. You guys, why you gotta make it so complicated? They got a million things. Okay, here we go. There's Realms of Magic. Oh, I have Parenthood, Sims 4 Parenthood. So obviously I did invest a bit into this game. I didn't buy Dine Out. Dream Home Decorator I skipped. Jungle Adventure skipped. My Wedding Stories skipped. Outdoor Retreat skipped. Realm of Magic skipped. Okay, that's like Harry Potter-esque shit to it. Spa Day skipped. Star Wars Journey to Batuu game pack skipped. Strangerville skipped. Vampires. Alright, so Vampires is its own DLC. Werewolves is its own DLC. You guys, come on. This is, But then they classify as, like, a whole bunch of different types. Like, just give me one big damn list. Okay, stuff packs, that's just, like, items, right? Backyard stuff. Bowling stuff. Cool kitchen stuff. Fitness stuff. Kids' room stuff. Laundry day stuff. Luxury party stuff. Moschino? Movie hangout stuff. My first pet stuff. Nifty knitting stuff. I mean, honestly, I like The Sims, but I'm almost getting pissed off with how much stuff they've got here. Okay, there's the paranormal stuff pack. I think was what Keith was talking about. I liked Sims 3. What kept happening, and I didn't realize you weren't until later. It seems like they didn't warn people or realize until later either that you end up buying all these expansion packs, but if you load more than 2 or 3 of them into your game, then like the major expansion packs, they'll break your game. Like they'll have conflicts and you'll end up having like game-breaking technical problems. So I don't know if 4 is the same way, but that's kind of bullshit. I spent a ton of money on Sims 3. And then at a certain point I realized, oh, what, I can only install 3 of these at a time? Or it'll break my game? And I think that's when I stopped playing Sims 3. To install them in a certain order. Alright, so there's a part of me that's now a little bit interested in Sims 4 again, and then a part of me that is pissed off and doesn't want to ever play it again. But it's at least it's bouncing around in here. It could make an appearance on my channel at a certain point. Because despite the predatory monetization practices, it's basically become predatory monetization simulation, the game 4. But despite that, there's a part of me that when I actually think about the game itself, it's like, it's been a long time. Maybe I'd kick around in Sims 4 a little bit. You'd watch that all night. Yeah, Nick, extremely predatory. Like they've gotten carried. It's all blown. It's way too much. It's like it's gotten worse. Like every Sims always had expansions. Excuse me. But this is really out of hand. Like you look at all the stuff all the content that you can buy for this game. It's really gotten out of hand. Like to the point where I'm like, yeah, obviously I don't need to buy all that stuff. But I'm just pissed off that they're even offering all that shit to me right now. Like just, you guys got carried away. Just stop it. Stop it. He tried to stop Arnold from getting to the chopper. Well, I didn't know that. You're personally for a sim stream? Well, this is interesting too, though, that I brought it up. And now there's a number of people in the stream who are kind of like sim enthusiasts, including Brad. Brad, who is almost impossible to please outside a certain select number of games. Because EA's the predator. Okay. Yeah. Well, and there's just so many of the DLCs and the stuff packs and the content packs and the... It's like there's a whole other language to just navigate the different types of content that you can buy, and they all are at different price ranges and stuff. Just some crazy shit. I have to check too. I don't remember ever playing it on this computer. I have to make sure I didn't like add some penis mods or something. Add some weird kinky mods. I don't know if I've done that since Sims 3, but sometimes I thought it was fun. Just remove the blur, remove the bloody blur, and put in some real anatomical stuff. Yeah, there's quite a few games you've enjoyed, Brad. That's true. Oh, Darky says I have to do Alien Isolation once, and if I get the Quest 2, it can mod the PC version to play it. I don't think I'll be getting it in October though. If I did Alien Isolation, I would probably just do some of those challenge levels, and not the main game itself, because the actual Alien Isolation campaign, while I really like it, it's very long. And it takes several hours before you even come into contact with the alien for the first time. So it's not a game that I would tread into lightly in a stream. It would be like a whole, yeah, it's a commitment. But those little challenge levels, you could play those over the course of like an evening, and those can be fun. But that sounds like it could be fun though, playing Alien Isolation in VR. In Sims 3, there was a glitch where your character was naked. No, a glitch? No, there's like a huge website of like hundreds and hundreds of mods for Sims. They've had them for every. It might have been Sims 2 where I first discovered that. Yeah, because I used to make movies in Sims 2, which is like the Windows editor. And I remember in Sims 2 downloading a bunch of mods because I was making little like movies out of The Sims. Oh no, I had a ton of mods. Most of the mods that I bought were related to like the little videos I was making. They weren't, and when I say little videos, I'm not talking about, I wasn't making Sims porn. Although I will admit, I did get the unblurrer, and once they're unblurred, it just didn't look right. If you don't give them some pubes and something to dangle under there, it just doesn't look right. So you got to do that. And then if they're going to get involved in some stuff, of course they got to have the penis does not become erect. Then it's totally immersion breaking. So you got to get the erection mod. I just want the game to be realistic, okay? I'm not some kind of perv, all right? Everyone's freaking out. Yeah, Sims 4 mods. It's great. Yeah, when you see your favorite Sims having a romantic moment, and the guy is completely flaccid. It's just really, you feel like they don't really love each other until you get that mod, and then it's like, oh, he loves her. You can tell. Alright, I'm starting to get loopy. I probably need to put a kibosh on this. I need to put a kibosh on this stream. Yeah, that's some good stuff though. I want to see it all floppy. That's right. It's immersion breaking. Yeah. You know, it's a Sims, short for, you know, simulation. A simulated life. Come on, don't half-ass it. You need those. You need those erections. Yeah, I think I may still have some of those movies around, but I don't think I want to share them. Some movies. Yeah, I played a little bit of. Well, I originally played BioShock when it came out, and then at a certain point, I did stream because they did the BioShock the remastered. You got, I think, for free. We got if you had the original. And I streamed that once, a little bit. I was sort of getting into it. I never got really sucked fully back into it again. I got my feet wet, but it didn't catch, so I stopped playing it. G-Law does Dallas, starting with Sims. G-Law does Riverview Valley. Starring Lawrence Cock. That's C-A-W-K-E. Cock! Oh no, how long was I muted? Shit. Did you hear, was I muted? Did you hear about my porn name? It was going to be Lawrence, for my Sims movies, it's going to be Lawrence Cock. C-A-W, all caps, K-E. Okay. That's the important thing, is that you heard that, because I felt like that was a particular stroke of genius. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting really stupid right now. Yeah, Brad's like, okay, yeah, that's enough. It wasn't funny the first time. You don't need to repeat that. Fair enough. All right, I'm starting to get like where I need to. My voice is getting tired too. It's all coming to a close here, folks. It's all coming to a close. Let's see. And what is... October starts on Saturday. I will not be available to stream on Saturday. I might consider a October stream. Usually I'm chomping at the bits to stream as soon as I can for October. But like I said, like maybe this week in particular, I'm just extra burnout. So we'll see. No promises, but we may be looking for... Every year I'm like, I'm going to do a bunch of bonus streams. And then I do 2 bonus streams, and then I don't stream for 2 weeks. Yeah, like I burn myself out and don't stream for 2 weeks. Yeah, sure. Look, there's Norris. Look, me and Norris. He's really here. He's like, oh, Norris. He's so tense. There. I had to make it weird. Brad, you're expecting 0 bonus streams. I've successfully set the expectations as low as possible. You're ready for the worst October ever. You surprise the Pool of Radiance surprise immersive nude Norris mod. This is just a character from I was playing Pool of Radiance, a Dungeons and Dragons game from the 80s a few months ago. And this is one of the characters that's in it. And when we saw his portrait, he's like a bad guy. He's like I think he's like a bandit lieutenant or bandit captain that you come across. His name is Norris the Grey, and he was such a hit that he's become a part of my channel now. So Norris the Grey. He's part of the channel lore now. All right, guys. This is it, Matus. You made it just in time for your favorite part. Matus would never miss the lullaby. Always got to be here for the lullaby, and that's what's going to happen now because I got to go to sleep, and I also got to go have a big coughing fit because I'm being all like. Now, I haven't made specific videos about Norris, no. But this is the first time I've used my cam in like months. I've been using Norris as a stand-in. This has been what my streams have looked like for the past few months. No cam. And just Norris in the corner. No welcome screen. No cam. Where's Norris? There's Norris in the corner. There he is. Norris welcomes you. And finally, it is time to dim the lights. We have for people who haven't been here for a while, we have a special Norris themed lullaby too. Go to sleep and good night. Your eyes are getting so heavy. Go to sleep now. Brad, Pritchard, Dark, Jake, Maxi, Jay, Maxi, Nixie, Animal Lawyer, Nick, Jossadai, Brad, Pritchard, Evie23, Matus, Animal Lawyer. I'll be waiting for you in your dreams. Who did I forget to say good night to? I think I got everybody. All right. Good job. Hunty? She still... She leave? Fall asleep? Hunty?
I'll be waiting for you in your dream.
Norris the Grey lives.